Hello my friends. Today's video is about how not to blow up your amplifier. I thought that many of you already had enough knowledge, especially if you are in this hobby for over 10 years, you know. One of my best watching videos, my second or third best video is how to connect speaker wires on an amplifier. I'm not lying. Because, my friends, there are many people out there, especially younger persons, who never had a stereo before. Because stereo equipment, for us, all the guys, we grew up with this stuff. But the younger generation do not know this stuff. For them, it is abracadabra. Like working with a computer and an iPhone or a phone is for us abracadabra, but for them it is like, you know, they are doing these things blind on the computer and phones. And for many of us, you know, it is abracadabra. And this stuff is for them abracadabra. That's why how to connect speaker wires on an amplifier is my third best watched video. Really, believe it. I'm not lying to you. And but today I make this video because one of my friends, he's already in this hobby over 30 years, and he blew up 2 times the same Sansui amplifier, and recently, 2 weeks ago, he blew up his high-end amplifier. He bought, not so long ago, he bought a high-end amplifier. He blew that up. Yeah, he blew that up because he had this speaker wire, and he had on that speaker wire 2 plugs. But for some reason, one plug hit the other plug, and he blew up his amplifier. Yeah, so it was wrong. I mean, wrong. A plug is always advisable. Yeah, but if you have the wrong material, the wrong quality, or the wrong type of speaker wire, yeah, it can go wrong also. Yeah, so he blew up that high-end amplifier, even if they had plugs, but he blew them up anyway, because I think the plugs, what he told me, connected with each other, and that was the reason. I do not understand how that is possible, but the plugs were too big. He told me the plugs were too little, so there was, you know, you could move those plugs, and maybe that's why they were not sitting right, but like this, you know, and then the plugs, I'm not sure what he was explaining me, but okay. Also, you know, I do that often because I am just very lucky, my friends. Often, if you're gonna switch speakers, playing with speaker cables, connecting speaker cables to your speakers or in your amplifiers, always switch out your amplifiers. I often do not do that, but until now I was very lucky. What I often do, also the mistake, when I'm doing a quick test, you know, I do not have time, I just place the speaker wires into the speakers, just in the hole where the plugs should be. So they're sitting loose. And loose connections is never good, because what can happen is that one of these wires can loosen, and with speaker wires, you never know what, because they have their own life. This is thick speaker wire, so thick speaker wires is more reliable. But those thin speaker wires, they have their own life, and one of them can go to the other one, and you have problem, and you blew up your amplifier. Yeah. So always, if you connect your speaker wires, do not be lazy like I am. Yeah, I was lucky. Until now I was lucky. Never blew up an amplifier, never. I blew up speakers because of dirty switches, yeah. But that video is online, how you can check your amplifier before you connect even speakers on it. I do that now all the time, yeah. But speaker wires can often be the problem or the reason why you blew up your amplifier, because you just quickly connect it, and next day you're gonna play it again, and next day you're gonna clean your house and you touch the wire, and at that moment one of these jump out of the speaker and touch the other wire. Then you have a problem, yeah. This guy blew up 2 times a Sansui amplifier, and I'm going to show you what exactly mistake he made. Let me show you. Okay, over here you can read. Over here you can read that there is. Let me place this one like this. You can see over here there's written caution, speaker impedance A and B 4 to 16 ohm, A plus B A to 16 ohm. So A or B, this means A or B, so you only use one channel. You can use speakers from 4 to 16 ohm. That's what it's writing. If you use 2 speakers at once, so 4 speakers, so 2 speaker connects, 2 speaker channels, yeah, you can only use speakers from 8 to 16 ohm. Do you understand? So if you use a single pair of speakers, you can use for 4 to 16 ohm speakers. But if you use 2 pairs of speakers, so 4 speakers, you can only use speakers from 8 to 16 ohm. Yeah, my friends, and that's what he did. He used 2 times 4 speakers at once, but those speakers were 4 ohm. And Sansui amplifiers cannot handle that. I'm not sure about every amplifier is different, but most Sansui amplifiers, what you saw over there, what I just showed you, they only can use 1 pair of speakers from 4 ohm. That guy made that mistake 2 times. 2 times he blew up his amplifier because he thought, okay, I take the risk, Do not take the risk if you love your amplifier. Yeah? Do not take that risk. Also, what you cannot do is, if you have an 8 ohm speaker and the other one is a 4 ohm speaker, and you think, okay, I can take the risk. No. Do not take the risk. You will blow up your amplifier. Yeah? Your Sansui amplifier. Even if you think, there is a big travel. The travel is big enough. It can handle it. Nothing to do with that, my friends. Nothing to do with that. You will blow up your... I had one time that Sony over here, the Sony ES 700 ES, and I tried it out with 2 4 ohm, but I took a risk. I knew I took a risk, but it was only 10 minutes, But even for the video, the sound perfect. But most speakers these days are 4 to 6 ohms. I hardly see that they make 8 ohm speakers. Not sure why, but new speakers are, and also old speakers, often they are 4 ohm. Well, not sure. Of all the speakers I have here, most speakers I have, not sure about the older Cavs or Tannoys. how much ohm or watt how much ohm they are. But if you want to spin 4 speakers, yeah, if you love that sound for 4 speakers, yeah, then I advise you to buy 8 ohm speakers. So of course you will have to search for those 8 ohm speakers, because most speakers are these days 4 to 6 ohm. But yeah, there are plenty 8 ohm speakers, yeah. But do not buy 4 or 6 ohm speakers, because yeah, I never spin 4 speakers. I mean, when I do testing, I have two 4 ohm speakers, 2 pairs. I switch from A to B. That's not a problem. You can connect 2 4 ohm speakers on your amplifier only. Do not switch your selector switch, your speaker selector switch, to A and B playing. No, play them separate. Or you play A or you play B, but never play them together. Yeah, you will blow up your Sansui. Okay, this is the video from today. Just want to warn you, do not make that mistake, because I noticed that guys who know who are in this hobby for years still are making this mistake, especially if you have Sansui. Take care of your Sansui. Do not make it mistake. And the other mistake, of course, when you're playing with speaker wires, connecting them, switch out. Always switch out your amplifiers. And if you do not be lazy like I am, always connect your speaker wires, that if you touch the speaker wires, they cannot fall out of your speaker, because I often just plug in the speaker wires like this, just like this, without a plug. The reason is because mono speakers you can just use a plug, you know. But I do not use those plugs, because I also often have older speakers who do not have the possibility for plugs. So I'm always using speaker wires like this. Yeah. So only on the back I have other speaker wires for my Heikos, and those speaker wires have a plug, but they are only for my Heikos, you know. So, but when I'm testing speakers, I'm always using them like this, and then it is more easy, you know, to just put this thing in, and you know, and without screwing them on, because that takes more time. But that's wrong. That's wrong. I do not advise you to do that. Okay? Thank you very much for watching this video. Put the thumbs up if you like it. And for now I say ciao ciao.